When last we left you guys, you had traveled through the spine of the world to the fortress of Zardok Sunlight, the Dwergar lord that had been convinced by his god, Deep Dura, to travel to the surface world to conquer the Icewind Dale. You had learned about the Dwergar plot through the capture of two of his sons, Neldar and Dearth Sunlight, who had been actively with their soldiers gathering up pieces of a substance called Shardolin that you have found around. You've learned that Shardolin has corrupting properties and that you found some local barbarians that have become, at least one that had become corrupted by it. And you know that it has the ability to hold magical charge, that it was part of an ancient civilization that once was in this very area. You've learned that Zardok's plan was to build some sort of terrible construct to bring destruction to the 10 towns apparently out of a construct made of this Shardolin. Upon arriving to his keep, after struggling with the many hazards along the way, you found a large fortress set into the very side of the mountain, about 200 feet tall. High above, as you stood at the foot of this fortress, I will bring you there now. Well, I will bring you there now. And there we go. From high above comes a loud grinding noise as large sheets of ice break off of the fortress walls and tumble down the mountainside. Suddenly, great doors of ice, previously hidden under snow, stand open, more than 300 feet above you, and from between them flies a huge dragon made of dark ice. Its eyes glow with a bright golden light as it lets out a terrible roar and hurls itself into the air and glides away from the fortress and turns and heads north towards the 10 towns. You find yourself outside of Zardok's keep. It is carved high on the wall. Here we go. I'll describe this to you. A narrow staircase hewn from the rock leads up along one side of the wall, about 200 feet up to some ledge at the top. You see no other obvious entrances at the bottom. And you are there outside of Zardok's keep. This colossal dragon has just flown away, letting out its horrible, horrific roar. The wind whips around you. It's freezing cold. And what?
Leonard is really torn on this one. I don't know. You know, we're supposed to come after the guy because he was building the dragon. Now that the dragon has been unleashed, do we go just kill the dragon, or do we try to kill the guy in the hopes that he has something that can deactivate the dragon, which would put the entirety of the 10 towns at risk if there's nothing there? I mean, I don't know.
Also, do we think we have something that can deal with a dragon? Is the other question. We got a horn, and I've got Dusk Crusher, which can fire the sunlight of the gods So that's what if we chase the dragon, do we think we can do something about it? Is that enough? Do we think?
Perhaps we can find something inside that we wouldn't have to battle the dragon. We could solve this problem without fighting.
That's sort of what I'm hoping, but I feel very strongly that we need to know that we are potentially annihilating the populace. If there's nothing
I still don't think we can get back quickly enough to save anyone.
I kind of agree with Harkus.
There's no way.
It's got to fly faster than we can go through this blizzard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give you this.
That's fair.
I'll give you this. You've calmed the weather. So you're not. It is cold, and the wind is sort of whipping around you, but you're not in a blizzard. You used the Summer Star, your last charge of the Summer Star, to calm the weather. Can you beat the dragon back? No. This is what I'll just sort of give you here. Okay. No, you can't beat the dragon back. Could you Could the dragon destroy all of the 10-town settlements? Like all of the settlements, like multiple cities and multiple villages, before you could head it off? There's no way. You could get back and head it off before it managed to destroy absolutely everything. You know what I'm saying?
Not everyone would die.
I know, it's maybe 90%, but there might be some survivors
So
by
you're
the time
saying there's still a chance.
What I'm saying is also
we need to go inside and find the off switch.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was about to say.
the other thing I would throw out is, who's to say there's not some kind of a manufacturing line in there, and there are others to be made.
That's true.
And it's one of 20. Yeah.
Yeah, we go fight this one, and then 6 more head out.
Yeah.
The other
So
directions.
I remember this material is empowered by magic. So there's a chance that I actually think there's a possible we may be able to unplug it, because if there's a magical thing that is controlling it and driving it from in here, who's to say it won't explode? Because that's what this that's what the Chardolin does, is it harnesses magical energy. What I do know is and this is Cadillac talking here. What I know is that we're here now, and he points at the doors and said that we can do something about what is right here, right now.
I agree.
Leonard is convinced. I just had a dilemma because I don't like the thought of being responsible for the death of the region that has given me purpose in my robot life.
Well, we're not not trying to save people and just saying, "Oh, bye, sorry, too bad."
Well, I know. I just
trying to find out the best way to do it.
You're making a difficult decision.
Way
yeah,
that we can think.
I'm a computer. I have struggles.
Okay. I have an alternate
with making that call.
I have an alternate proposal. This is a very difficult decision, and we all feel very conflicted about it. And I think that the two natives of this area should have the deciding votes. I think that Zarya and Shrubwad should come to an accord on what we should do.
I'm a shrub.
What about the cat? Do we still have the cat?
Zarya, roll me nature, Zarya. Or survival. Zarya, roll me survival, not nature. Survival, I guess.
Okay.
If you're better in survival. Alright, I'm going to give you your first roll here, which is 19, because I told you wrong. So 19 plus 7. That's a pretty darn good roll. But with that, what I'm going to tell you is from where you're at, you could get the party back to basically any of the 3 nearest settlements in the 10 towns. Goodmead, Dugan's Hole, or East Haven in about a day's travel. It would take basically like a hard day's travel. But you could get back in a day. Like if you left right now, you'd get back. You might be a little bit exhausted. You couldn't stop and rest, and you couldn't really have any encounters. You would have to like just book it, no exploring. But you could. It is about as the crow flies. If you were able to, as the crow flies, and if you were able to wind through the mountains just right, it would be about 18 to 20 miles back to civilization. And with that survival check, you think you could do it in a day if the party wanted to get to any of those near civilizations. Now, if you wanted to go faster, you'd need to pick up dog sleds or something like that you had left elsewhere. If you wanted to go to any of the further civilizations, Bryn Shander, Bremen, Tourmaline, Caracana, Caer-Dineval, Targus, Lonelywood, etc., those would take longer. But any of the near civilizations, Goodmead, Dugan's Hole, or East Haven, about a day. I just wanted to give you, I'm not trying to point you that direction and say you need to go. That's not what I'm doing. When Cadillac was suggesting that the people that know the area should make the decisions, what I'm trying to give you is what your knowledge of the terrain is and what it would mean. As you're familiar with these mountains, how long it would take you and what you could do to travel through. Does that make sense?
I do think for Leonard, the argument, this could be a dragon factory, is a particularly compelling one that he had failed to consider. Because if it's just one dragon, that's one thing. But if this is pumping creatures out to devastate the land, 1, we should probably take it out while we can. And 2, maybe he can build something cool.
Maybe Leonard can forge something. Okay. So what you see is this gargantuan mountains, this sheer mountain wall rising hundreds of feet in front of you. Carved high on the wall are arrow slits with lights burning behind them and clanking sounds issuing from them. You don't see any doors in the ground area. The only obvious entrance that you can sort of see, or the only obvious feature that you can see that would be some sort of entrance, is a narrow staircase that is hewn from the rock that leads up along one side of the wall.
Leonard will look to, at Cadillac's suggestion, look to Zarya for input on what, again, the native of the 10 towns of the Icewind Dale.
As you ask the shrub hands you a good berry. It's like, what this?
Yeah.
The shrub can always be depended on.
Gives you a good berry. That good berry might come in handy.
You never know.
We have saved lives with a good berry so far.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a good berry that was smashed on an invisible creature?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. They've been quite useful. No, Zarya will say we could do it. We could get to Goodmead or I forget the other, Dugan's Hole and
East Haven.
East Haven, but it would take all day, and we wouldn't be able to rest. And she looks at everybody and she says, I'm used to the cold, but this kind of weather isn't meant for us to be veering off the beaten trail and trying to cut across country. Like, this area is not safe. And Cadillac is right. This is here. We're here.
Okay. As you approach the fortress hewn out of rock, you don't notice any obvious signs of life or anybody paying attention to you. There's no faces or anyone shouting. No alarm bells have been rung. The wall is solid, and the nearest windows in are arrow slits that are about 100 feet high. As you approach it, you can see that the staircase that is hewn out of the rock, which you can't really see in this picture that's on your screen, but just trust that it is there. It rises up about 200 feet high, narrow and carved directly out of the rock. Are you climbing the staircase or looking around for further stuff, and if so, in what order are you guys proceeding?
I think I'm going to see if I can find any sort of a... Okay, so knowing that I have chimes left on my sort of chime of opening, I'm going to try and look around for a door that might be hidden somewhere that I might be able to use the chime of opening on.
Sure. Roll me investigation. With a 13, all you can find is solid rock. If there is some sort of secret door, it is well hidden. Some sort of dwarven magic or something.
So,
the only obvious feature is the staircase.
So how big is this area, sort of?
It is about 300 feet tall, fortress, and it is about 500 feet wide, kind of like a giant rectangle.
So, I'm just moving him up here so I can
kind of like in the picture.
So I'm just saying, if I move up here, and I'm only moving here to ask a question. If I move up here,
yeah,
and my chime of opening,
so this would be 100 feet. And
so yeah, my chime of opening opens a door, lid, or lock within 120 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Might I be able to just sort of strike it and see what I can find?
Potentially. I mean, here's the thing. You don't see any obvious doors. You could potentially do that. It's going to let out a colossal kaboom.
Well, that's not quite what I thought a chime would be, but fair enough.
Doesn't the chime of opening let out a large sound commiserate with? It's it'll open the door, but it removes all stealth.
I don't know. It doesn't say anything about that.
Maybe not.
It says a clear tone.
Okay.
It says issues a clear tone.
Yeah, okay. Then you can do that. You can just tap it, I guess, if it's just a clear tone. Yeah. As you tap it
Does anybody have an aversion to that, or?
No, I have a support of anything that means I don't have to climb the stairs.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to sort of stealthily move up here and then strike my chime of opening.
Okay. Let me pull up another map here so I can see what happens. I don't know if this works through walls. Interesting. Okay. You strike your chime of opening, and nothing seems to happen. Nothing that you can tell happens. How good is your hearing?
I
Roll
assume that's
perception.
passive perception.
All right, unless you're trying.
All right, I'll try. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see how good your hearing is.
That's the same as my passive perception.
Nah, you don't hear it. You don't hear anything. You chime your chime of opening, and it lets out a solid boom. And all the locks within 120 feet if you pop open.
I bet you don't know where they are.
Okay, well.
Okay, since it looks like our path is up the stairs, I just want to remind everyone to remind me that I have a ring of feather falling that I can use should we get pushed off.
Okay. You guys ascend the stairs slowly. In what order are you ascending?
Zarya can lead.
Okay, Zarya 1.
I'll go second.
Leonard 2. You could. There's enough room for you to be 2 by 2 if you want.
I'll hang out in the back to sort of.
Zarya first. Then Leonard.
I can go up Leonard.
I'm looking for the stairs. I don't care what order I'm in. I guess in the back. Oh.
So we got Zarya, Leonard, Cadillac, Mordella, and then Harkus. And then there's a wizard who's wandering around listening to space planes or something. I will bring you to there.
While we're making our way to the stair, is there, when was the last time a dawn happened for no reason in particular?
A dawn?
Yeah.
That would have been yesterday.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if I've used Dust Crusher between the big attack since then. I honestly cannot remember. We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Well, maybe you could remind us what happened last session. You guys found the caves, and you fought the giant, and then you had a nippy nap. So yes, a dawn has happened.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I think it's charged up.
Yep. I think you guys are pretty much full because you took a rest inside of the fortress after you dealt with poor Gromingorn, who just wanted to claim her birthright in the Horn of Blasting.
She failed the test.
She did fail the test. But then you took a little nap in Ordella's fortress. So okay.
It's a bouncy castle.
Should I have any vision? Right now I see my character and nothing else.
Absolutely, you should have vision. It is, I don't know why, it keeps screwing you this way. Well, I do know. I keep fixing it, but it doesn't want to stick. And how about now?
Yay!
Alright. As you arrive at the top, moving east from the top of the stairs leads you to the entrance of the fortress. A 10-foot high double door of featureless stone. There's an arrow slit facing your direction that guards the approach. An arrow slit right here. And 10-foot high walls of stone.
As close as we are, can we see
Doors.
anything in the arrow slit? Is anybody there?
Trying to peer in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you approach the arrow slit. You don't see anything obvious. There's nobody there. As you sort of peer through there, there is some sort of mechanical structure in the back that seems to be moving, but you can't tell exactly what it is from where you are. You don't see anything obviously there. Roll me perception really quick. Yeah, you don't see much. There is these large 10-foot tall doors in front of you. What are you guys doing?
Zari just looks around and says ding. And
Before you even say ding, Zarya, all of a sudden, the stone doors start to just raise on their own. And as they raise, for just seemingly raise just all on their own, they open up, and inside you see like a portcullis, like an iron portcullis. And as you're approaching, the iron portcullis also begins to slowly raise up.
I turn to
like
Leonard. I turn to Leonard and I say, "My friend, I think we might have them right where they want us."
I suspect you're right. I think you're onto something there. All right, I guess I'll keep going up the stairs. I'll keep going into the door. I'll open it.
Beyond the portcullis is an empty room with a narrow opening at the far end. There's what looks like maybe another arrow slit in the western wall.
So does this look like, does this look like a kill box? Like, does this look like we step in here and we get annihilated by bowmen?
It looks like some sort of vestibule. And the double doors have opened, and the portcullis has raised in front of you.
Zari will step in.
I was going to say we put Yatara in there, but that's just me.
Yatara wants to investigate it closer.
I'm very tempted to push Cadillac in there after he sabotaged all of my pelts.
Oh, you only gave 2 pelts.
Revenge.
My good man.
But they were
I was
nice
told they were
ones.
all gone.
They were nice.
Zarya, at the end of the hall, you see the far end is sort of narrow, a narrow opening at the far end. Some sort of like hallway type area.
Is there any indication that there's been recent activity in here?
Roll
Footprints or anything?
Roll perception. Yeah, the ground's disturbed. Like, they're dwarven prints, but you can't really like. I guess that would really be more like a nature survival, like trying to assess prints and stuff. But 6, yeah, but how recent? Not sure.
Was Zarya told that these were Dwergar?
I
Or just dwarves?
assume they told Zarya who you were dealing with.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say we updated sort of the broad strokes of everything that happened, which would include the Dwergar Fortress.
Can I use my stone cunning to determine anything about the nature of this entryway?
Sure. It's hewn from a gray stone. It's bereft of any ornamentation. It's just like bare stone, iron hinges, and it's pretty cold, honestly. It is without any warmth or liveliness that you would expect in things that were carved by dwarves. Like, they would, like, dwarven carving would have, like, still some life in it, even if it was old and taken over.
Mm-hmm.
This is bereft of any art, of any joy. It is brutalism to the max. This appears to be some sort of entryway.
I stop for a moment. Can I hear anything at all echoing down these hallways? Any sort of little sound?
Roll me perception. You hear a little bit of some grunting noises that sound like kind of like Dwergar talking. You've heard this kind of thing before.
Can I make out any sort of direction, or is it just sort of ambient?
A little bit ambient, maybe westerly, but you're not 100% certain.
Okay, without making a noise, I sort of tap the shoulders of the people in front of me, and then sort of make a hand sign of that, I hear something, and then sort of point that direction.
Can I request some good berries from our shrub friend?
There you go! Shrubwad shouts.
I give Shrubwad a very dirty look, and I whisper, "You're going back in the pack if you don't shush."
He doesn't shout. I won't screw you like that. Come on. Can I have some good berries?
That would be clown. That is in character for Shrubwad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you see. As you're all sort of gathered up against the portcullis area here.
And you said this is another...
Looks like a arrow slit.
Does it go all the way to the floor?
The arrow slit?
Yes.
No.
Can I try to sneak over, toward it? I'm just going to kind of creep and see if I can sort of see into the slit without sort of making a big to-do about it.
Roll me stealth.
Nice.
Damn, monk. Yeah. As you creep over to the arrow slit, are you looking into the arrow slit?
Yes.
All right. You creep right up to it entirely undetected. I'm going to move you forward. Nothing, you detect absolutely nothing detects you as you creep up and look into the arrow slit. And as you look into the arrow slit, your eye directly meets the eye of a Dwergar woman that appears to be staring out of the arrow slit. You are entirely unheard and as silent as the grave until your little head bobs up directly in front of her eye. At which point, she is incredibly surprised by your appearance as you have done this extremely stealthily. And she screams and falls over backwards, dropping her arrow. She manages to, her crossbow has fallen down on the ground as she is entirely taken aback and no arrow shot is fired forth at you. And she screams, "Intruders!" And everybody is about to roll an initiative. Let me clear that tracker. Ordella's already on it. Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. Yeah, you hear "Intruders! Intruders!" In common shouted out, as you then hear a klunk and a crash as this woman that was apparently sitting on a stool with a crossbow has fallen over her stool and dropped her crossbow.
Braiding her beard.
Yeah, she is shocked. There's no way you could stealthily not be seen because she's literally staring out the arrow slit. But you definitely got the jump on her. She's actually lying on the ground inside the arrow slit. You can see her there. What do you do, Marcus? You're up first.
Do I have will my sword fit through the arrow slit?
A sword? It's a pretty tight fit.
And I'm just poking. I'm not trying to like swing it. I am intentionally poking through.
Yes, I'll give you that with disadvantage.
Okay. So what I would like to do, and I'm not trying to poke her, what I'm doing is taking the flame tongue sword and poking through and trying to catch the arrow and the crossbow on fire that has dropped into she dropped near the arrow slit when I scared her. I'm trying to light those things on fire.
Okay, you're trying to ignite her crossbow.
Yes.
Okay, I like this called shot. It's going to be disadvantaged, and the AC is pretty high. Its crossbow's on the ground, and she fell over on a stool. This is a pretty hard hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll it. .22 with a 22. Yeah, you do it. You manage to zing your sword in there. I'll give you this. You only got one strike off because it's actually kind of gets a little bit stuck inside of the arrow slit. Like you're having a little bit of trouble pulling it back out to do it again. But with a 22, you stuck it right into the crossbow hilt, and the crossbow is on fire. You didn't get the arrow. Well, actually, the bolt was loaded. So yeah, the bolt is loaded on the crossbow. So yeah, it's aflamed.
Okay. So then basically what I'll do is take the rest of it, try and withdraw the sword, and then move back into this spot right here with my movement.
Okay. All right. Dwergar are up. You hear lots of, all of a sudden, unlocking doors opening, and lots of activity happening in that room. As you hear the multiple voices of multiple of these Dwergar, you assume, gathering picks and javelins and things like that, and making all of a sudden you hear the sound of another set of doors open. And first rounding the corner right into you is a Dwergar person. Did you have any readied actions?
Well, yeah, I mean, if I have my sort of unarmed strike or my second attack, then that's what I would have done.
Yeah, I'll let you take an unarmed strike here. Like you sort of readied yourself in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26 definitely hits. Okay. Rounding the corner are two more of them that come charging into the room. One of them gets up on Leonard, and two of them get up on you, Harkus. And they're going to pick at you. Harkus. Critical fail. 18, Harkus.
18 hits.
That did not roll the damage for some reason. Very strange.
A swing and a miss.
Alas, no. That's going to be 9 damage. Piercing. Just rolled it. Leonard, one of them gets up on you and is going to pick at you. 12 to hit.
That won't do it.
Not going to do it. All right. And you're starting to see more Dwergar that are just filling out of what seems to be some sort of barracks. Ordella, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna come up on this one with Leonard, and I'm going to hit him with my great axe.
That's a miss.
Yeah, but wouldn't I have advantage since he's engaged?
Unfortunately, no. Flanking
No?
rules, no.
Okay. All right. Well, then my second attack. Anyway. 21.
I mean, we can play that way, but then everything's going to get advantage on you when you're engaged.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't
21.
love the flank. Yeah, that hits. I don't love flanking rules, and the reason I don't like it is because it really works against you guys if all of the baddies also can then get advantage on every time you're engaged with someone. 21 hits and 6 damage.
Oh, and then get out my dancing longsword. That's the bonus action, right?
It is an action to get it out.
Okay, never mind. I keep getting that backwards.
Oh, that's okay. It's a bonus action to then move it around. It really seems like it should be a bonus action. You can get it out, but you can't swing it.
Yeah.
So you can get it out and move it wherever you want it to go, but you can't attack with it. So you can send it somewhere. Where do you want it to go?
Oh, I can?
Yeah, I'm going to let you do that because that seems fair to me. You're not going to be able to, like, attack with it this turn.
I'm just going to get at this other Dwergar next to us.
Like there?
Yeah. Yeah, the one, like, next to this one, next to Leonard.
Okay, like here.
Yeah.
Cadillac Granite Guts, you're up.
Okay, I am going to, as a bonus action, say a quick prayer to Sylvanus and cast Shield of Faith to give me +2 to my AC. And then I am going to move into the entryway here to attempt to try to plug it up a little bit and stop this avalanche of Lurgar. And then I am going to bring out Dust Crusher and just try to turn these things into stinking pudding.
Okay, are you activating your Care Bear stare at them?
No,
Okay.
I am not. We're just doing a good old-fashioned attack. And so that is going to be 1, 2.
The 18 hits? Two-handed or one-handed?
Two-handed.
Not undead, unfortunately.
Sad.
Yeah, hits it real hard, doesn't kill it.
Okay. And I think that's it for me.
Okay, Zarya, you're up.
Okay. Zarya is gonna run up behind where Ordella is and use the wall, and then she is going to get, I think, right here, and cast Spirit Guardians, which is a 15-foot radius. I'm gonna designate my party as unaffected, and I need Wisdom saving throws from everybody that's within 15 feet.
All right, does that go through the walls too?
That is a very good question. Here's the text.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought I was sending the text to the chat.
Can Spirit Guardian go through walls? It does not affect creatures through walls.
Okay. But, I mean, I can see...
Yes, it'll affect them. I'm just saying if they're blocked by walls, the Spirit Guardians won't pass through.
Okay, fair enough.
So, like, if there's somebody within 15 feet of you but on the opposite side of a wall, it won't hit them. You're going to get 4 of them right now.
Okay.
And they all need wisdom saves, you said?
Yes.
I got a 3, a 5, a 15, and a 9.
15 passes. Everything else fails.
All right, that's going to almost, well, you go ahead and roll the damage, but probably going to take that one out.
Really good roll.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that blasts that one. That one's way dead.
Is it wrong to say that at this point I don't miss Toot anymore?
Jesus.
Dare you?
And the two that you can see are just, whoa.
As much as I really don't want to ask this, I'm right here in the doorway. Do I need to roll that save too?
No,
whenever I cast it,
No,
I
he
can
spared us.
designate people that are not affected by the Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
So when I think of Spirit Guardians like this, what I think of is that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Close your eyes.
Yeah, but that is all that I'm doing with my turn.
Leonard, you're up.
Okay. I am going to take aim at this gentleman who is right up in my face. Yes.
What you taking aim
Shocking
with?
grass.
Okay. Alas, unfortunately, that doesn't shock him.
All right, as I reach out for him and I just fumble, I just trip and miss him completely.
It is the Dwergar's turn up next. Pretty sure. Actually, no. It's Harkis's turn, then Dwergar.
Okay.
Oh wait, whoops. What was your initiative, Leonard? I screwed you up.
6.
Harkis's turn, then the Dwergar up next.
Okay. So I'm going to swing at that guy.
Okay.
A couple of times. Ooh, with my staff of withering.
Ooh. Now this weapon I like. Holy crap. Yeah, 27. And I killed the god.
Get out of the way.
27 to hit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that eliminates that. That takes him out.
And okay, I don't even need the 2d6 necrotic damage. All right.
It added it in there.
I'm going to.
You've got 1d8 plus 6 there. That's the average.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
So it's 2d6, the average of which would be 6, basically. You could do it that way. That's fine.
Okay.
It just gives you the average. You wouldn't get that high all of a sudden you got 12, and you're not going to get that low, I rolled 1. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna step up and swing at this guy. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, and it turned into a dead mimic. Stupid dice. And then I'm going to flurry of blows him.
Okay. Punch, punch, punch. 21 will hit.
Good grief.
Punch him for 6. 15 is a miss.
Okay.
All right. The Dwergar are up.
Are you running them all in the same initiative?
Yes.
Okay, the ones that are within my radius at the start of their turn also take radiant damage. It's concentration for up to 10 minutes.
Well, okay, so they haven't had a turn to move. I guess, okay. Seems like they should have a turn to move. But I guess you did it at the start of your turn. Does it affect them on the start of their turn every time?
Yes.
Okay, so we rolled the damage for Spirit Guardians on your turn instead of on their turn.
Well, no. So it says that... Hang on.
Because I think that it doesn't take effect until their turn, technically.
I think you're right. So never mind.
So
Yeah,
like you
you're
can't
right.
double hit them. Like you can't
you're right.
like you can't cast it, get the damage on your turn, and then their turn comes around and they haven't had a chance to move, so they get double damaged.
Yeah, no, you're correct. Yeah.
So what happened earlier just happened now on their turn,
Perfect.
basically. So they're all like, "Ow, shit," because they began their turn in your space, and they come charging in and push around beside you here. He comes charging in and pushes around beside you there. And then two more of them come flooding in next to you with war picks ablaze. This one behind the walls picks up a crossbow and readies it. Two of them attack you, Zarya. Okay. And with you have displacement in a high AC.
Yeah, the 18 hits.
All right. So that's going to do...
Well, actually, they would be at disadvantage, so it would be a 15, so that wouldn't hit. So never mind. Neither of them hit.
Okay, they have 2 attacks. You gotta be kidding me. So 16 doesn't hit, I can take it.
No.
Alright. Then against Cadillac. $23, Cadillac.
That hits.
Oh, come on. This does 6 piercing damage to you. Basically it.
I'll allow it.
Oh, it did roll it this time. No. Yeah, no, it didn't. Alright. It attacks again. 21 to hit.
Yes.
I have to look it up every time. 5 piercing damage. And this one's going to attack Leonard. Uh-oh.
Oh dear. I don't like the sound of that.
I mean, it's not that bad. It is 11 piercing damage and 9 piercing damage.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's only half your hit points.
So 20 piercing. Ordella, you're up. Is Ordella with us? Have we lost her? Nope. We have an empty chair at Ordella. Cadillac, then. We'll skip Ordella and go to
There
Cadillac.
she is. She's coming back.
Ordella, you're up.
Yes. Sorry, one of my babies was going to bed. I am going to attack this Dwergar in front of Leonard with
Okay.
my axe. Fingers crossed.
That's a miss.
Ah!
You have a
Okay.
second attack and you have a floating sword.
All right, well then I will attack him again.
That's it.
Yay. 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then my floating sword I'll send to this one next to Zarya.
Okay. And bonus action.
And then... Yes.
That's a hit. All right, that's going to take that one down.
Yay.
Okay. Any movement, or are you staying where you're at?
I'm going to stay where I'm at so I can keep beating on this guy next to Leonard since he's kind of cornered.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and say another quick prayer to Sylvanas and cast Divine Favor. which will give me an extra D4.
Okay.
On my attacks, should they land. And so, which one of these bearded fellows was picking up the crossbow?
One inside of the arrow slit.
Okay.
It's behind the arrow slit, looking like they're just going to start pelting you guys with crossbow bolts from behind the arrow slit.
Okay. Unfortunately, that has to be no never mind for me. So I am going to attack this guy right here in the doorway.
Okay.
And bam.
That hits.
All right, and then I'm going to roll, and that was a D. Let me.
You like to roll two-handed, right?
Let me make sure that was a D4, and I wasn't. Yes, it's an extra D4.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I am going to swing around and give this guy a whomp, or at least try to.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit him. Which one?
That is going to be this one right here.
Okay.
One just immediately to my left.
Okay.
And then there's the D4.
Okay.
And I think that's it for the moment.
Your D8 has been rolling a lot better than your D10 on that. I think it's time to start one-handing that weapon. Zarya, you're up, and your Spirit Guardians, you have... looks like... Really, I guess all four of these are within 15. 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10. Yeah. So yeah, they get 4 wisdom saves here.
Yeah, on their turn. So the one that's closest to me, Cadillac just hit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I do Toll the Dead on him as I hit my battle axe into my shield and it makes a gong sound?
Yeah.
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Man, an 18.
Yeah, they passed it. I don't think they take any damage on a pass.
Yeah, Toll the Dead does a lot of damage if they fail.
Yep. That is, I think, all I'm doing.
Are you going anywhere moving?
Nah.
Okay. Leonard, you're surrounded by these guys picking at you.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna do that after moving 5 feet. So I'll take an attack of opportunity from this guy, but should hit both the bad guys with that shatter.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you're going to take one opportunity attack. They'll war pick at you. 22 to hit.
That will do it.
Yeah, it's not rolling right. It is a D8 plus 2, and on the D8 I rolled a 5, so that's 7.
Okay, I'll take it.
And then now they have to make
I
a
have
con.
Con save DC 14.
I got a 15 and an 11.
Okay, so the fail takes 20, and the success takes 10.
They both grab their ears, and blood starts coming out of their ears and nose nostrils as the colossal kaboom rings out, and they both fall over. Leonard, you got some gears and sprockets and some oil leaking out of you or something.
Oh, I know. I'm in rough shape.
But Harkis is up. He's on the phone. Probably figuring out who's going to be his Nocturnist. We're going to go to the Dwergar then.
So at the start of their turn.
Yeah. Wisdom saves for 2 of them. But a 17 and a 3. I think the 17 passes, and the 3 fails.
17 passes.
Okay. We got a 7, 14. Okay. The one in the arrow slit is going to shoot an arrow out of the crossbow bolt at... I'm going to go with Granite Guts, since Harkus is distracted. That's going to be a big old miss with a 4, aiming at Granite Guts. And then they're going to pick at you, Granite Guts, with a war pick. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
5 piercing. And then 2 of them miss Zarya. Cordella is up.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna come up here on this one. And take Great Axe. Yay.
Okay.
7.
Which one? This one? Okay.
Yeah, the one I'm right in front of.
Okay.
And then second attack.
Misses.
Okay. And then my dancing longsword be this one right in front of Zarya.
Yep, you can do that.
And maybe? No.
Misses.
Oh well.
Cadillac, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to do the same trick I did before, where I'm going to split my attacks between the 2 that are right beside me. So I'm going to aim at this one at the top first. And here we go.
That's a critical fail.
Okay. And I guess I will go ahead and divert my second attack to the other one.
That hits. That's going to crush that one. It's well taken care of.
Oh, sweet. I helped.
Yeah, you did. Zarya, you're up.
All right, I'll try it again. I'll try Toll the Dead.
Okay.
It's another wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm working. 13.
That is a fail. Is the target missing hit? Yes. Cool. I didn't know D&D asked that question.
Yeah, that crushes him. He falls over dead.
Okay, and since I'm no longer engaged, can I use my movement 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? I'm going to get on the other side.
Yeah.
So that and my spirit guardians follow me.
This one is reloading a crossbow bolt and turns to face you. Leonard, you're up.
All right. I am going to take the guy who is nearest me and a firebolt him.
Trying to firebolt through the arrow slit.
Well, I can't see this guy.
You're gonna have to move. This is
I'm trying to
Ordella's sword.
figure out- Okay, I can see right here.
Yep, that's in
I
line.
can see this guy.
All
Right, do I need to roll disadvantage since I'm aiming a firebolt? Through?
Yeah, you're trying to aim through an arrow slit. Yeah, disadvantage.
Be a d20 plus 6. Okay, so
Yeah,
that'll hit.
That still hits.
All right, 8 fire damage.
Yep, you nail him for 8. Is Harkus
Wonderful.
still on the phone? Harkus is still trying to figure out how not to be a nocturnist tomorrow.
A laudable goal.
The Dwergar guy is up, and
At the start of its turn.
yep, it's surrounded by spirit guardians. 10 on the wisdom save.
That is a fail.
Okay. As it is very intimidated, it all of a sudden enlarges itself to big old ogre-sized in front of you. Try to blow itself up, and it's going to try to bring down a war pick on top of you, Zarya. Uh, 21 to hit.
That hits.
For some reason, it's not doing it. This is... Hang on. 12 piercing.
Okay. How bad are they looking?
Pretty bad. He's big now. It doesn't look great.
Okay. Can I...
In fact, he's going to try to move out of your spirit guardians.
Okay. Is he
You
moving
can
out
try to make a melee attack against him.
Perfect. No.
That's a miss.
However, can I do a reaction? I don't think I'm going to try to hurt them. I think I'm going to try Stone's Endurance just to lower the damage.
Okay, yeah, your reaction would be, then you did not get to do the attempt at...
oh, wait, that's right. Never mind. You're right.
You can choose Stone's Endurance, or you can, have... Well, you took the opportunity attack, so that's your reaction.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ordella, you're up.
Okay, let's see. Where is the nearest guy now?
On the other side, where Zarya went. You'll have to run over there. But you can get there.
Trying to move my stuff around. Okay. Oh yay! Alright, can I bring my dancing longsword in here?
Yep, it can move up to 30 feet as a bonus action.
Sweet.
And how far is this thing from it? 30 feet, exactly.
Yeah, sweet. Alright, I'm gonna bring that in there and attack this guy with it.
Okay.
That only does one attack, right?
Yep, but that's a crit.
Neat.
Okay, describe to me how your dancing longsword goes chasing in and brings this guy down.
Just starts making a whole bunch of little cuts all over him, and
I picture the that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where Hondo can whistle and move the arrow around.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm imagining you're able to do, is you just kind of whistle and can fling this thing around. Or however you can sort of
But he feels it. Makes a whole bunch of little cuts and then stabs him.
Just cut. As you do that, bursting out of this other door comes another Dwergar, who comes charging out and goes, screams something in Dwergarish and enlarges himself.
Yay.
Cadillac, you're up.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh wait, I still get another attack. No, well, does that count as just one attack?
That's a bonus action. Doesn't count as any attack. Do you have enough movement to get to this guy? Because you came from here.
I can cast Firebolt.
Oh, then yeah, you can definitely do that.
Then I cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Thank you.
That hits.
For 12.
All right, what does that look like as you slice the other one in half with a sword, and then what does Firebolt from an artificer look like? Do you have a little flamethrower
I got that little flamethrower gun thing.
I cast gun.
Fire bullets.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you cast Firebolt and flames shoot out of your little propellant gun that Leonard taught you how to make, and it burns the giant Dwergar for 12 damage. Cadillac Reneguts is up.
Okay, so I'm going to charge in here into this room. Unfortunately, I can't quite get to him, so I'm going to pull out my lance that's got reach, and then I am going to attempt to stab him a couple of times with the lance of righteousness here.
Okay. The lance of righteousness doesn't seem to make contact.
It does not. Very sad.
Leonardo.
All right. I am going to venture into this area where everybody else is and take aim at the big guy with a firebolt.
That's a miss. I think Ordella turns and says, maybe I could give you some pointers.
He's bigger. Isn't he easier to hit?
You'd think that, but he still has good armor. Harkus. Going once. Going twice. Still trying to figure out how not to have to work tomorrow night.
Sell his pelts. He'll find out what's going on.
The great big Dwergar is up, and he's
Where'd all
gonna
my pelts go?
he's gonna step up, and I think he's just gonna try to bring down the pick on Cadillac. $16, Cadillac.
That's a miss.
22, Cadillac.
Oh no, that is not a miss.
8 piercing.
Okay.
Make sure I haven't skipped anybody, Zarya or anybody. I've got Ordella up next. Did I skip you, Zarya?
I think so, but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Anyway, you're up next, so.
That's fine.
Ordella, you're up. I feel like I skipped
Okay.
Zarya somehow.
I'm gonna have my dancing longsword slash at him.
That's a miss.
Oh well. And then I'm gonna firebolt him again.
That's also a miss.
Oh well.
Zarya, you're up.
Okay. So where I'm at, he's officially, because he's enlarged and taking up 4 spaces, he's in the Spirit Guardians with 15 feet, right?
I think he's just outside it.
Okay. Well, I will move up. And how's everybody looking? Leonard, you're looking rough, right?
Leonard's
I've got about half HP.
Okay, but
So I could
everybody
be
else
rougher if anybody else needs more help.
I'm okay.
Okay. I mean, if you're still at about half, I'm not going to worry about that yet.
No, I'm good.
I'm going to just move up so that he is now within my Spirit Guardians, and then I'm going to attempt to toll the dead on him.
all right.
Okay.
Critical fail.
Okay. Has he taken damage?
Yes.
Okay.
From a firebolt. All right. Cadillac. You're up.
All right. No more Mr. Nice Paladin, and I bring out Dust Crusher. And we're going to take a couple of swings here.
Okay.
Whoa.
Bring that dude way down. Describe to me how you destroy that guy.
Somehow, we don't know how, but I knocked the beard clean off his face, and then with the second blow, his face just completely shattered and exploded into smithereens, and there's just a beard splattered against the wall on the opposite end of the room. Very unfortunate for him.
A new pelt for Harkus.
Marcus, I got you something.
It's a Dwergar pet beard.
That's exactly what I do. I go across the room.
It's like a consolation gift.
And I
As
grab
you
it
kill
and I
him-
say, Harkus, I got you something.
As you kill him, he shrinks back down to dwarven size, and the beard appears to be just the size of like a dwarf beard.
Worth it. Use it as a hat.
You find yourself in this room. There's a low stone table that's flanked by stone benches that you've all been sort of weaving around. The room's illuminated by a bunch of braziers with hot glowing coals, and there are featureless stone doors that you can see that all of these Dwergar came out of that appear to be like barracks of some sort.
I would like to search one of the barracks here that's towards the top.
Okay.
To see if there's any material or lore or anything.
Roll me perception. Are you looking at all of them or just one in particular?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say I look in these. Is there? Okay, so that's going out. So let's say these two up at the top corner here.
Okay.
If that's okay.
You see nothing obvious in those two. There's a stone bed, no clothing, no chests, nothing. It is empty and featureless.
Not even beard wax.
Not even beard wax.
Barbarians.
How can a being live like this, you think?
That is literally what people hear me, my voice coming out of these rooms. How can anyone live like this?
As you're sort of scouting around, roll me perception.
Okay. There we go. Oof.
Okay.
I shouldn't be so preoccupied with finding the beard wax.
Yeah, you're looking for beard wax, and that's all
I'm thinking about.
While Cadillac's doing that, I'll reach out and put my hand on Leonard, and I'll do a level 1 cure wounds.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
It's not much, sorry.
It's not much, but it's what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't see any other obvious exits other than these small cells inside of this room. You open this last one right over here, and the ones that you've looked in there, Granite Guts, you don't find anything. What are you doing, Leonard and Ordella and Harkus, if you're here?
All right, I am going to check the door at the end of the hall here.
Okay, it empties into this empty cell here that doesn't seem to go anywhere. It is just sort of an open, like, barracks room. As you're looking around, roll me perception, Leonard. Are you sort of scouting around in general, like looking for things?
I'm looking for, like, anything hidden, or, like, is there a secret door, or is there anything out of the ordinary here? With an 8, it's a cell.
Yeah, with an 8, it's a cell. You don't find anything with an 8.
That's fine. I did not find.
What about you, Ordella?
I guess I'm going to inspect the other end and see if there's anything interesting.
All right. Ordella, roll me perception.
Nothing.
With a 12, Ordella.
No one sees anything.
You see stone cells.
Wow.
Zarya?
Come on, Zarya.
Everyone's sort of looking around. I'll give you opportunities if you so choose.
Yeah, just for no reason at all. Nothing within 15 feet of me, right?
No creatures.
Technically, okay. Just making sure.
No, spirit guardians are swimming around you. Nothing within 15 feet. It's been a minute, though, and it passes.
Oh,
it's
because we know that Dwergar can be invisible, right?
Yeah, it's
They
a
sure
10-minute concentration spell.
They sure can be invisible.
Yeah, I remember that from last time.
Oh, 10 minutes. Well, you've still got it then.
Yeah, I guess.
Go to every cell and start spinning them around.
I mean, sure, I'll do a lap around the room.
Yeah.
All right, roll me perception.
You don't need perception. He got spirit guardians. He'll chase him out.
With an 11. No. You don't find anything. As you make your lap around the room, the spirit guardians don't encounter any creatures. in any of the cells. The room appears to be empty. Appearances are that it is empty. Harkus, he's, I think, indisposed still.
Well, job well done.
Yeah, things are relatively quiet in this barracks room.
Notice we're not out of initiative.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, good.
Zarya just looks around and says, "That was kind of noisy. We should keep moving."
I agree.
Okay. As you enter this hall, there appears to be, it branches into a path heading 3 directions, continuing on to the east, moving up to the north, and then heading down to the south.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep moving and trust that my spirit guardians will alert me if I'm too close to something.
Okay. Nothing has hit anything yet.
Okay. I look around at the others to the south, or straight, or double doors.
I vote let's check out what's to the south.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, she'll move to the south.
Okay. As you move to the south, what you see in this room is, what's your passive perception?
Passive is 14.
Okay. With a passive perception of 14, you notice, you still have Spirit Guardians up?
It's up for 10 minutes. I'm not dropping it until it either goes down.
You notice briefly a little bit of puff of condensation in the air, kind of over in the corner over here. In this room, I'll describe to you, it's heated and illuminated by braziers of glowing hot coals. Visible on the west is an arrow slit. There is an iron lever and a heavy iron winch. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage in the middle of the room contains an elevator shaft with chains running up and down. And the chains are in constant motion. You hear loud mechanical noises higher up the shaft and further down as well. A double door is embedded in the east wall, and air enters through a row of 4 arrow slits in the south wall.
Okay. Is my insight that the puff that I'm seeing is wind coming in through an arrow slit, or do I think it's something else?
Roll insight. So yeah, puff of condensation in the air.
Yeah, that.
It's like when your breath hits the cold air.
Yeah, I move towards it.
Now, tell me how Spirit Guardians works. Is it only with creatures that are hostile to you, or is it just anything?
It's anything that I don't designate is... Here, I'm going to post another thing. I'm reading it too. Give me a second.
Okay. Any number could you see on it? Okay.
You can see, though. Unaffected. Unaffected creature speed. But it says I have to see the unaffected creature.
Do I see this too?
No, so you have to see an unaffected creature, but you can see an affected creature. No, what's your passive perception?
Is that to me?
To you.
It is 12.
Then you don't.
Okay. And I don't get involved in this.
Yeah, I think it makes the wisdom save and rolls an 8. It takes 14 damage, and all of a sudden appearing in front of you is a Dwergar who you didn't see before. All of a sudden appears, And this Dwergar looks up at you and he sort of snivels and says in common, I let you in. I let you in. I let you in. Listen, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm on Grandolpha's side.
I step backwards away from him so that the spirit guardians are outside of his area, and I look back at the others.
He looks over at you and he says, "You're here to kill Zardoc, right? Do it!"
Why would you help us?
All hail Grandolpha, the rightful ruler of this clan.
Have I ever heard of Grandolpha?
Nope.
Fair.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the little Dwergar dude if he knows anything that can help us in the battle to take out Zardoc and let Gandalf win.
He says, Grandolpha.
Yeah, that person. We are
Clan Musgart.
yeah, that's what I heard.
He looks over and he says, "Many of us are loyal to Grandolpha Musgart." As you're standing there, the elevator all of a sudden appears, and it stops momentarily at this level. Like it's almost like one of those like constantly moving elevators. Like you don't call for it; it just like comes, and it stops for a moment and then continues on upwards. And then after a little while, it's been up and it starts coming down and appears down and then continues further downwards. So it's constantly going like up and down, up and down, up and down. So whichever direction you wanted to go, you could just sort of like step on it.
Okay, I'm going to ask our little Dwergar helper guy if he knows or what he knows about like a storehouse of equipment or supplies or stuff that could help us in our battle. Or that stuff that taking it away from Zardoc would be helpful for our battle.
He doesn't.
Like, is there an armory?
No, not that he knows. He says many of the guards around the forge are on her side.
Where would we find Zardoc?
In his throne, or in his planning room, or perhaps in his by the forge. You should meet with Grandolpha.
Where can we find Grandolpha?
She's being entertained in the dining hall. And he looks over at all of you and he says, "Good luck to you all." And then he goes invisible.
Love it. All right. I'm going to take a good berry while we're just in this room with the continuously moving elevators, and I'm going to squish it on the ground in front of the elevator so that anybody getting off might lay some footprints in it.
Okay, that's a clever thought. Yeah.
Because the continuously moving elevator with invisible people does not make me feel comfortable.
Yeah, you squish some good berry juice, like, on the ground around it. Take inspiration, Leonard.
All right.
In this room, there's a double door to the east, and the arrow slit. There is an arrow and what looks like a winch over here on this wall. Not an arrow, a lever and a winch over here on this wall.
Oh, I'm gonna pull the lever and the winch.
As you pull the lever, you see the stone doors that let you in raise up through the arrow slit on the outside. and it occurs to you that this invisible Dwergar is probably the one that let you in. As you turn the winch, the portcullis that let you through begins to raise.
Okay, so he seems legit. I mean, we already let him go. It doesn't much matter.
He didn't attack you. He did take some Spirit Guardian damage.
All right, then I'm going to move to these doors and try to open them.
Okay. They come open. As you enter this room, there's a stone desk and chair that stand empty on the east side of the room. The braziers that normally heat and light the room have been extinguished. There's an arrow slit in the south wall that lets in frigid air. It looks like an office. It appears to have been hastily abandoned. There are papers still scattered on the desks, and I don't know if you read any of the Dwergar language. Probably not.
Is it? I'm gonna because Leonard knows that Dwergar are dwarves. I'm gonna pull Granite Guts in and hand him a stack of papers.
Sure. Granite Guts, what you can tell is that this is the office of the captain of the guard. And it appears to have been abandoned kind of quickly. Like the captain's not there.
So
rifle through the rest of the desk. Wow.
So do I get a sense from what I'm reading in the scrawlings here that there was a change of management, as it were?
Yeah. There's some discontent in the ranks.
Also, I also turn to Leonard, by the way, and I just give it, Leonard, I have to say, I give you a very grumpy look, and I say, look, I just happen to be able to read that, but just because I'm a dwarf doesn't mean...
Leonard appreciates that you can read it.
Indeed.
I'm going to keep rifling through the rest of the desk to see if there's anything in there.
You don't find anything of particular use. Scribblings about guarding. There's, okay, I guess, roll investigation. Maybe there is something I can give you.
Okay, I'll roll some investigation.
Oh, damn. Okay, I will give you the single best thing that you could get from the random...
He sees everything.
I'll give you the single best thing that I can give you from the random scribblings of the guard. They describe the change of guard shifts around the forge. The captain of the guard's papers describes that there are 4 watchtowers on the bottom level that surround the forge, and that each of the watchtowers is basically like arrow slits on top, and they are manned by 3 Dwergar bearing crossbows. And it describes the shift change for the Dwergar that come to replace the other Dwergar that man the 4 watchtowers around the forge. There are 2 directly to the north and 2 directly to the east. This is on the lower levels. And their jobs have been to guard the forge makings. The papers go on further to describe that it's important that they guard the forge because the forge is kept alive through the still beating heart of a red dragon, a dead red dragon heart. That's what powers the forge below. So in total, there are 12 guards in 4 guard towers that surround it.
Is there anything that we can glean from this that tells us any markings by guard names, or that tell us, is there a particular shift that is perhaps more sympathetic to
one faction?
faction?
The guard names are Ruvo, Durith, Dwergwyn, Fisketta, Gurn, Harmuk, Jarjan, Junkin, Colbret, Lagrush, Mrod, Mrusk, Rovalt, Skarda, Scorn, Thod, and Zorzula, if you must know. And there don't seem to be any obvious shifts. But here's the interesting thing. It appears like the captain was writing out the last shift's name, he appears like the markings are like strewn across the page, and with a crit investigation, like this captain of the guard was like grabbed, like hands taken behind their back and dragged out of here as they were writing down the last shift. So like you assume that like whoever was the captain has been like snatched out of here, like in the middle of it's not like they just like set their stuff down. It's like they were ripped out as their pen was in motion. Because there's like markings that scroll across the page.
Can I get an inkling if they were sympathetic toward Zardoc or
Grendolfa? No. There's
Gotta
nothing
cut
about
it
that.
out. I got a fussy little 4-year-old. Wants to go to bed.
All right.
Let's see.
Well, we're about to terminate it anyways, so.
All right. Night.
I actually think this is probably as good a place as any for y'all to wrap it up, and we can pick it up next week here as you're in the Captain of the Guard's office, as you're exploring Zardoc's fortress. It's almost 10 o'clock. I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you found someone to cover.
No, I didn't.
We have a consolation prize for you.
We got you a present.
It's sort of like a pelt, and I present you with a bloody beard pelt from a Dwergard that I.
It's a Dwergard beard.
To be fair, it was bigger when he picked it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take it and make a brooch out of it.
That's beautiful.
All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you later.
Good night.
Good night.